Hello, everybody. This is Sonia Swan, and today we are going to be talking about network marketing. What is it, and why it is the best business model on the planet? So before we get into Young Living as a business model, we want to talk a little bit about network marketing versus direct sales. So there are two types of marketing that some people kind of clump all into one, which is network marketing and direct sales as one type of marketing. However, these are two very different types of marketing. So let me tell you a little bit about direct marketing, and you might be familiar with some direct marketing companies. They might market things such as toys, makeup, kitchen gadgets, candles. They're kind of the party plans of the direct sales. That's a direct sales business where you might go to somebody's house, people order right from you, you order it from the company, and you deliver it to the customer. That is direct sales. And although direct sales can be profitable for some people, there are some downsides to direct sales. Direct sales usually requires a very large amount of personal business each month. So their quotas might be something like $1,200 in new business every month in order to get your paycheck. And a lot of people that get into direct sales, maybe they don't reach their quotas, so they buy the other $400 or however much they need to reach their quota so that they can get their paycheck, all right? So there's a couple other downsides to direct sales. And one of the other downsides to direct sales is that you can actually lose your business over a period of time if you are not working at it. And sometimes just in a month, you can lose your entire business. For instance, I have a friend that was high up in a makeup company, and she had reached their very top level, and she got ill and was not able to work, was not able to host parties, and she lost her entire group. It all went away because she was not meeting her quotas every month. So her entire group went away. And this particular lady was in her late 60s, and she wanted to rejoin that makeup company and go back to the top of that company. And they actually told her, you can't because you're too old and you can never reach the top of that company again, which I thought was very sad. My sister Evangeline has a friend that got to the top of another nutritional company, makeup company. I can't remember which one. She has a friend that got to the top of her company. And because in direct sales, if somebody goes higher than you go as far as their rank and their number of sales, then they can actually break off from you and you don't get paid on them anymore. So her friend found that as she got higher up in the company, there was, and I want to read it, she said there's a culture of suppression. So the people that were higher up did not want to help their people as much because as soon as they got up to a higher rank, they would break away and they wouldn't make any money off of them. So those are some downsides to direct sales. Not that it can't be good, not that there isn't some income to be earned through direct sales. However, it is a continual thing that you have to be at. So it is still trading time for money and time for money, which we'll talk about a little bit more here. So the high quotas, the breakaways, and not being able to really support your people, because if they get higher than you, you could lose them out of your group and they would be independent. So you don't own it. You don't own your business in direct sales, and you couldn't will it to your children. You just own what you've built for the month. And that's good. It just may not be the best, all right? So let's talk about pyramid schemes. Sometimes people say, well, this looks an awful lot like a pyramid. Is this one of those pyramid schemes? And an actual pyramid scheme is a way of building, a way of sharing a business that involves no product whatsoever. There is no product involved in a pyramid scheme. So people are just changing money. Hey, you put in 500, I put in 500, they put in 500, and somewhere the person at the bottom doesn't get anything. They get no money, they get no nothing. That's a pyramid scheme, and that is illegal. So if anybody ever markets you and says, hey, send $5 to this person and $5 to that person, that's actually not legal in the United States right now. So this is not a pyramid scheme, although yes, it does look like a pyramid when you put their one person at the top and you put everybody below them. And everything in life is a pyramid. Have you noticed this? So our government, right? We have a president, We have a Congress. We have all of the voters at the bottom, right? Your job, you have a president, you have a vice president, you have a board of directors, you have the managers, you have the supervisors, then you have all the employees at the bottom, right? I couldn't show you a triangle on here because it wouldn't show up with my lights. It kept fading on me. So everything in life is really a pyramid. The cool thing about network marketing is that we get to start at the top of our own company and build it as deep and as big as we want. Maybe we just want a little company. Maybe we want a huge company. That's our choice. And we get to start at the top of our own company and fill it in with our favorite people, the people we love and care about, and we get to help them become more successful. And in network marketing, a good network marketing company, it doesn't matter if the people below you get to be more successful than you, you still earn an income on the people below you that have risen above you. There's a Royal Crown Diamond in Young Living whose sponsor, the person that brought her into the business, was just an executive for years and years and years. I believe she finally did make silver, which was really exciting. And those terms may mean nothing to you at the moment, but this person was much higher than the person that actually enrolled them. And she didn't break away. She still earned an income on this person who had gone all the way to the top of the company, even though she was still in the fourth level of the company, okay? So that's very exciting. Let's talk about network marketing compared to a job. And I always called a job J.O.B, just over broke, right? We work just hard enough not to get fired, and they pay us just enough not to quit. That's how kind of jobs work. So this is what happens with jobs, and this is what most of us were told. And I even saw in your comments on the last video that a lot of you were taught you got to go out to college, get a good education to get a good paying job. And of course, we know that our educational system is broken. We send our children to college. They pay $40,000 a year maybe. They come out of college with $160,000 in debt if they didn't get grants. And now they have all of this debt. They have no job and no income. So this whole time through college, they've just been going deeper into debt. And that's what we're teaching our children to do. And a lot of people, I don't know how many of you guys know somebody that graduated from college and is not working in their degree. A ton of them. I haven't looked this up, but I would say about 80% of the people that I talk to are not working in their degree, or they're working at Starbucks. Nothing wrong with Starbucks, but they're working at Starbucks, or they're working at some other minimum wage job. And here they still have the $160,000 that they paid for their degree because someone told them with the money mindset of you have to have a college education in order to be successful. Let me tell you, I do not have a college education. I have 1 year of college. So is college a necessary factor for your success? Absolutely not. That is a money mindset that we were taught that is wrong. It is just incorrect, especially in today's day and age. So in a regular job, working a 9 to 5, we are all like clawing our way to the top. We're like trying to push people out and, okay, how can I do better than this person because I want their job? And in order to get more pay, we have to compete with the other people that are in our company. And this happens quite a bit, and people get very competitive and sometimes very mean in the workplace because they're all vying for these few top positions at the top of the company. And so it becomes very political when you're working for a regular company. So we're working all day long to build somebody else's dream instead of building our own. And in the meantime, we're getting pushed and shoved and bruised all the way as we try to reach the top if that's one of our goals. So when I worked for a corporation, I didn't get to decide how much money I made every year. Somebody else decided that. And actually, at one point in my career, I was a hirer. I was one of the people that interviewed people to come to work for this corporation. And can you believe this? One of the questions that I was asked to ask people was, how little will you come to work for us for? Did you hear that? I had to ask them, how little can I pay you and you would still come to work for us? That was actually one of my questions. And I can remember I was in my 20s and I had some people in their 40s and 50s just crying in my interview, and they would say, it doesn't matter, I just want a job, I just need a job. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I do not want to be in the place where I'm in my 40s and 50s, where I am just begging somebody to hire me at any amount because I need the money. And that's what happens in corporate America is we don't have a choice about how much somebody else pays us. We could be doing a fantastic job and we could still only get a 1% raise, if even that, right? It's all based on somebody else's perception of how we're doing, not the true value that we're bringing to the marketplace. So that's one of the wonderful things about network marketing is that we actually get paid on our results. If we work hard, if we put a lot of effort in, if we increase our skills in communication with people, and we're passionate about our product, we can continue to make up as far as we want to go. And there's nobody telling us that we can't or limiting us or pushing us down. How many times in a job have you heard somebody say, hey, Sally, I'd like to help you make the same amount of money or more than I'm making? That just doesn't happen in a regular job. And yet when I sit down with people for this network marketing company, one of the questions that I ask them is, how much would you like to make? What a difference, right? Between, oh, how little will you come to work for me for, and how much would you like to make? That's what I get to ask them now, which makes me so excited and joyful. Now, let's also compare network marketing to a traditional business. Let's look at a traditional business. I don't know how many of you out there actually own a traditional brick and mortar business that actually has a location. Let's think about this. I was just listening to a video early today, and Tony Robbins was saying that 50% of brick and mortar businesses fail, businesses in general fail in the first year. 50% of them fail in the first year. 80% of them fail in the first 5 years. And at the end of 10 years, only 4% of businesses are still in business. That doesn't mean that they're making money. That just means that they're still in business. So let's look at the cost of running a traditional business. You've got costs of rent, electricity, inventory, staffing, accounting, office furniture, marketing, insurance, on and on and on. Lots of overhead. So if you ran a restaurant, your every monthly cost, your overhead could be $10,000, and you may only be making $1,000, right? That's a huge overhead for not a lot of profit. Restaurants, by the way, are one of the most failed businesses. If you're a chiropractor, you're going to have your office, you're going to have you're going to have your staff, you're going to have your rent, your electricity, all of that. So you might be spending $4,000 or $5,000 a month just to open your chiropractic office, notwithstanding any other costs and insurances that come along the way. So those of you that run a business like this, you know already, I have a high overhead. With network marketing, and you're still, let's get this straight, in a job, you're still trading time for money. 1 hour equals this much. In a traditional brick and mortar business, you're still trading time for money. I have this much time, I'm going to make this much money. If you're a chiropractor, there's only so many patients you can see in a day, so your income is capped at some point. You only have so many hours in a day. In a traditional restaurant business, if you don't show up or your employees don't show up and they're not there, you're not going to get paid, right? So these are important things to keep in mind as we talk about business model. What do these different business models look like? I loved network marketing from the very beginning. My parents were in a network marketing company at one point in my teenage years, and I loved going to their meetings. I loved dreaming. I loved the people that said, you can earn anything. And it was the very first time in my life when I realized there might be a chance that I could break out of this poverty cycle. Just a chance. So network marketing actually gave me my first dreams. Some of you might not have a positive experience with network marketing. Maybe you know somebody who failed and blamed it on network marketing, or maybe you're somebody that failed. It just wasn't right. The business wasn't right. The product wasn't right. The comp plan wasn't right. And you didn't do very well. So I looked for network marketing companies as I grew up, and through my 20s, I actually joined several network marketing companies, and most of them, I didn't enroll a person, nothing. And I thought, well, if people are doing this, it's got to be possible. I just obviously didn't have the skills or the right product at the time. So I was in probably 3 or 4 different network marketing companies, and was not successful at all. And then I joined a network marketing company that I was successful, but guess what? You know what their buy-in was? Their initial investment, $5,000. So we think $160 for a Young Living kit, oh my gosh, that's so much, right? Or $165 now? That's nothing, absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, when I got to the top of that network marketing company, I realized that those people were not ethical. And I ended up quitting that network marketing company with a group of 700 people and a check of $10,000 a month. And I left because I could not represent them anymore, knowing what I knew as I got to the top of the company. So I was burnt out on network marketing. I did not want to do it. I was skeptical that there were any honest, truthful people out there in network marketing that weren't just like greasy. I just seemed like greasy and just always talking about money, 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 money. And for me at the time, it was, here's my big boat, here's my big car. And that didn't motivate me at all. So you might have been around people like that in the network marketing industry that were strictly money focused. And that can be a challenge as well. And let's talk about the benefits of network marketing and the benefits in Young Living. So successful people do a couple of things. And the person that owns your company, if you work for a job, they're doing this too. Most successful people use other people's time, right? You're on a job, they're using your time. They use other people's efforts. That's what they're using at your job. And they use other people's money many times, right? Companies get investors to use other people's money to make their company successful. And they use other people's ideas. People take successful ideas from other people all of the time, which we do in network marketing because there's a lot of ideas already out there. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can just follow the successful people that have already come before us. So in network marketing, these things are true as well, except in network marketing, when one person succeeds, everybody succeeds. So it's a win-win rather than a win-lose. So if I don't help somebody else become successful, I am not as successful. And you know what? In the beginning, that was a challenge for me. I thought, I think I could enroll a person or two. I mean, I've done it. I can see how to do it. It's pretty easy, but I don't know if I can teach other people. And I didn't want to be responsible for other people's success or failure. The cool thing is that now there are so many teachers and trainers out there in network marketing that once I found Eric Worre and some of the other network marketing trainers, I thought, this is fantastic. I don't have to train these people myself. I can just send them to the trainers. I can just have them teach the things they teach really, really well. And there are a ton of them now in network marketing all across the board. Some are going to speak to some people and some are going to speak to the others. So I didn't even have to be good in the beginning at teaching these principles. I could just send them to other people. How cool is that? The other fabulous thing about network marketing is that generally it's a lower startup cost. The one that I was in 20 years ago, super high. Most of the network marketing companies are somewhere between $100 and $600 as far as your initial startup cost. So $165 with Young Living for your initial kit actually purchases you a multi-billion-dollar international essential oil company. You can sign people up all over the world. So as you're just getting started and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can enroll somebody, you actually own a multi-billion-dollar international essential oil company the moment you sign that distributor agreement and you get your $165 kit. So let's talk about our ongoing costs. What is our overhead in a business like this? If you're going to get into business, you want to count the cost, right? So with Young Living, certainly it's the starter kit, which now is $165, and it rocks with the Valor and the Peace and Calming back in the kit. I am so excited for that. So let's think about our ongoing costs. What are our ongoing costs? Well, really the only requirement ongoing is 100 PV, which is about $100, a little over $100 each month to maintain our membership and pick up our thank you checks. $100 a month, right? And if $100 a month is a challenge for us, then we certainly, this is the right place for us because this is a place that we can learn to increase that and increase the amount of disposable income that we have each month, right? So what do I get for that $100 a month? That $100 a month, Young Living researches my product. They source my product, they warehouse my product, they ship my product, they handle refunds and returns and exchanges. They provide my customers with customer support. They offer promotions of free product to my members that I don't have to pay for. They send my members and I on free trips when we reach the silver or above rank with Young Living. They help educate my members. There's a whole Young Living training and education page to help educate my members. So even if I don't know a whole lot about the product, I can just copy and paste their videos to my people. They provide me and my members with graphics and marketing materials and customizable links that I can send to people. And they do all of my payroll. So in other words, I don't have to pay my members. I don't have to write my members out a check when they earn a check. All I do is just wait for Young Living to send them a check. So all of that together, think how much you would have to pay each month to actually purchase those services outside of Young Living. Marketing, research, storage, warehousing, shipping, customer service, incentive trips, graphics, accounting, all of that would be a huge, incredible overhead. However, with Young Living, that's only $100 a month. Plus, we get $100 in value, actually more than $100 in retail value of our products every month. So we also get to get healthier. We also get to use these phenomenal products and keep our kids and our family safe and healthy every month. And what we build with Young Living, what we build is actually ours. We can keep it. So what we build with Young Living, we can actually will to our children. So in my will, which I do have one, when I pass away at 120 and in good health, my children can inherit my Young Living business, and all they have to do, or the executor of my estate, is just put in my 100 PV order every month, and my children will get that paycheck every single month for the rest of their life. As long as we're around, they will get that paycheck. How cool is that? So moving us from, okay, so I'm starting a little business to I'm building a legacy, right? Because you can actually build a legacy for your family, financially, for the future, and generations upon generations to come can benefit from the work that you do today. So let me tell you another little story. When I was about halfway through Young Living, some things happened in our family, and I ended up becoming a single mom. And I was shut down. I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't look at people. I couldn't go out to a restaurant and see families sitting there. I would just be bawling all the time. I think I probably cried solid straight for 6 months. I was in a little cocoon. I ran a health food co-op. I shut that down. I handed it over to somebody else. I didn't answer my phone. So obviously, I was not doing classes. I was not enrolling people. I was not sharing with people. I was in a little ball in my house on my couch. And at that point, my Young Living check was about $800 to $1,200 a month. So even though I was going through this struggle and this trauma, and I wasn't working, my Young Living paycheck still came in. Now, it wasn't huge, right? I mean, but it was $800 to $1,200 a month. So I knew I at least had something and I wasn't destitute. And because I'd already been sharing a little bit and I had other people that really loved these products, they were out there sharing. And because they were out there sharing, I still got a paycheck with Young Living, even though I wasn't working. All I was doing was putting in my 100 PV order each month, and my paycheck showed up. That is pretty cool. I don't know any other business on the planet that I can build to a point, step away, not do anything, and still make a paycheck. Now, we don't really want to do that. I wouldn't have chosen to do that. I would have chosen to keep growing. And it took me a little bit to get back up and running again as I stepped back into my Young Living business. However, it was an incredible blessing and an incredible benefit to me to be able to do that. And what if something happens to you and you couldn't work? What if something happened to your husband and he couldn't work? God forbid, right? So most people don't have a plan B. What would we do in case? So if nothing else, if we don't have a big dream or vision for the future or something that we want to do with extra income that we would earn from Young Living, consider Young Living as a plan B, right? To have some extra income coming in, not having our eggs all in one basket, earning money from multiple sources, kind of a thing. So that should something happen, we have an option. We have a choice instead of being stuck somewhere, wherever that would be, without, right? So what do you want to pick? What do you want to choose when you choose a network marketing company? And I think this is really important for people to look at, particularly the people who have kind of played around with the direct marketing sales model, where they have a lot of products that are not consumable, whether it be kitchenware or makeup. They're not going to go through very fast, etc. Gadgets, that type of thing. There's a couple of things you want to look at when you pick a network marketing company. One, how long has it been around? Because most network marketing companies fail in their first 5 years. So sometimes people come up and go, oh my gosh, I found this great new company. You got to take a look at it. Ground floor opportunity. This is going to be great. And ground floor opportunities can be great. And most network marketing companies fail in their first 5 years. So you want a company that's stable. You want a company that has a unique product that nobody else has. Did you know, even though there's a lot of people that have essential oils, did you know that Young Living was the first company to bring therapeutic grade essential oils into the United States? And no one on the planet does what Young Living does with their essential oils. There are oils that we carry that nobody on the planet carries. There are blends that we make nobody else makes. Did you know we were the first essential oil company to put essential oils into supplements, which increase the absorption? We have Ningxia Red, which no other company on the planet has. We have personal care products and cleaning products that nobody on the planet has. We have a natural makeup line nobody else on the planet has. So do we have a unique product? Absolutely. Do we have a consumable product? Absolutely. And this is one of the reasons why we like to talk to people about lifestyle, not just, hey, let's get a kit, but let's put you on a health and wellness plan for 3 or 4 months, get you on essential rewards, and get you the real results that you want. In the meantime, let's also throw in there some things to switch out some of your chemical products, right? So this is a lifestyle commitment. It's not just a, hey, I'm going to buy one kit and get some oils, right? And then, of course, you want the company to have a generous compensation plan. So we'll be talking about that later, the difference in compensation plans, just a little bit, just enough to get your toes wet in that. But you want it to have you want that company to have a good compensation plan and know that it's easy for a brand new person to get in and start earning an income. I know with Young Living, there was a time about, I want to say 5 or 6 years back, when Mary and Gary decided to change the compensation plan. And actually for some of us that were at a higher level, our checks dropped. And some people were like, oh, I don't like this compensation plan because my checks dropped. I loved it. And you want to know why I loved it? I loved it because my new people started earning money faster and they got excited faster. Do you know there's a statistic in network marketing that if you can help somebody earn $300 a month, they will stay with you for life? Why is that? Because $300 a month makes a difference in people's life. It makes a difference in their budget, and it helps them live a little bit better of a lifestyle, just being able to afford a few more things that they weren't able to afford before. And they're grateful. So I love to start out with brand new people, helping them earn just $300 more a month. Let's get started with that. And then we can move on from there if they want to go on from there. Plus, it helps them pay for their Young Living product, right? So whether somebody just wants to get started and get their product paid for, or whether they want to build just part-time, or whether they want to build full-time, you can choose whatever you want. If you treat this like a hobby, you'll get paid like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, you'll get paid like a business. So it doesn't matter where you are on that scale. There's something for everybody with Young Living. And then we have people that just want the product. They don't even want to build or grow or share. They just love the Young Living product. Money's not an issue for them. And so we've got a lot of loyal customers just because they love the product. And they might not ever share, which is okay too. So there's all kinds of levels with Young Living that we can introduce to people. And it's okay with me, whatever level that they pick. My goal is to just offer them the array of these are your choices, and then let them pick where they want to be. And then when they take a step, I take a step. When they take a step, I take a step, right? And then I know that people are serious and really choose to value the time that we spend together. All right, so now you know a little bit about the difference between network marketing and direct sales. You know a little bit about the difference between a company job just over broke and what network marketing is. You know a little bit about a pyramid scheme and why those are illegal, and that Young Living is not a pyramid scheme. And you know a little bit about traditional business versus network marketing. So instead of trading time for money in a job or business, we can now earn 1% of 100 people's efforts instead of 100% of our own. Isn't that lovely? And then you know how to look for a good network marketing company. What are those characteristics? And hopefully you are listening and you know all the things that your $100 order gets for you each and every month. I hope this has been helpful and you guys have a fantastic day.